He requested your attendance in Faerun to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your side.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the Ballad of the Endless Spring performed. Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap. I must be careful to not overindulge tonight.
Amigos,
To bear form.
Friend? Friend! You came! Big Brother Scratch, too! Happy. Yes, big! But Scratch is smart. Teaches me many things. Like Big Brother. Widders? No. You smell very delicious. Follow smell, find you. Lots. Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep. Want cave. Bear man? He is big, but not bigger than me. I like him. I go to him.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw. Oh, I've been so good. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Albert. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to play with. I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. You know best, but a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
If without me, a welcome surprise.
You made it! Now, you would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place. That was more than worth the wait. That was more than worth the wait? Oh, I suppose you didn't. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together. It is, truly, though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize that balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see, my charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. I am glad you and Karlak have an Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Do you truly even need to ask? Of course. Who could not open their home to a befeathered hero of Baldur's Gate? And I did promise the children I would bring them back a surprise. Imagine their faces. Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many... They ask after you often. What you did for them will... To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demanded. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But as for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be. Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company. Just a token to remember me by. Now,
It's good to meet again.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Have your associates always been so ugly?
Tara! Never knew you to be cruel.
I said it to you, not them.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not.
Ah, there you are. Oh, pardon me.
Oh, right. You. Hello. Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dakarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right? That doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities. We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
Cool, fresh air. By the living gods, I need it.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Dakarios of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance. Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would, and in return she cured me of the orb at last. Even now I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils. Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all: imagination. Unfortunately, in that respect, some of my apprentices seem to be rather lazy. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you. Excellent. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist the allure of sharing your expertise. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
I expect there have been other...
A most welcome sight.
Oh, I've seen every corner of the realms. I just know what I like.
And that's my mother's sitting room.
And the dining table, and the hearth, and above all, your lap.
The Hell's Walker returns. For 2 months, I trained the Knights of the Comet. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents. A few... worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Shractalor. I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai. An exiled people, once kin with mine, until our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is sometimes a sincere... and sometimes... Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And And if he refuses, I am the comet. I will not rest until my people will be free. But you've heard that refrain. Soon, when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to... I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even... Now go. Ming... I'll be back one day.
A gathering of heroes. A fine target for our enemies. I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
Withers has laid out quite a spread of food, for one comprising mostly of bone. Perhaps he wishes to live vicariously through the attendees' appetites.
Cool, fresh air. By the living gods, I need it.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
Oh, my knees are aching terribly.
Must mean rain.
The great vampire lord. Tell me, where is the best feeding ground in Baldur's Gate? I expected too much meat and wine might cause the blood to curdle like day-old milk. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed. Naturally. A fledgling god is of little use where my plans are concerned. You may observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be.
You made it. Lady Lady Shah's blessings to you. Or perhaps you don't need them. You look well. I couldn't agree more. Lady Shah's holy work is all-consuming. I doubt I'd manage without a featherbed to turn to. Her entire church prospers. The Absolute washed the Sword Coast with blood and tears. It's now a fertile ground for her message to flourish. Broken hearts, shaken faiths, refugees without homes, former cultists without purpose. They can all become the Night Singer's children, with the right nudge. You should see how they flock to us. We spread like the night sky chasing the sun below the horizon. You did. And I'll be forever grateful. Perhaps one day, you may open your eyes to her wisdom yourself. But even if you do not, I shall make sure that the sharp edge of her spreading gospel does not trouble you. But enough of that. I won't have it said that I'm not capable of enjoying a fine night with good company. Tell me what you've been doing. You've been busy. Careful you don't pull a muscle. I'm not there to nurse you back to health anymore. I suppose you'll be keen to do the rounds, with so many old acquaintances gathered. Do not let me hoard your time. But don't be such a stranger, either, in future. You know where to find me. I can always make some time for an old friend. One of the privileges of being in charge. I've got my own private wine cellar now. I'll keep a special vintage aside for your visit. Almost as busy as I am. Such rapid growth creates a good deal of work for a quartermaster. So many lost souls in need of dark cloaks. She has risen to the occasion, though. Sometimes she fears the others will grow jealous, but I see her as if they can challenge me on the matter if they dare, though none are so bold. All-consuming. Endless decisions to make, underlings jockeying for your attention, threats from the outside, threats from the inside. There's times I miss when it was just our little group against the odds. Simplicity is a luxury that's drifted out of my reach, I'm afraid. But, at least for tonight, I can have a taste of how it used to be. What? A show of sincere affection? You're lucky none of my followers are around to witness this. Come here. Let's keep that our special secret. I have a reputation to maintain, you know. I shouldn't. But from time to time, yes. Holding the office she once held, standing within the shadow of Lady Shah herself, it complicates my feelings towards her. I came to see her as an adversary, an obstacle. But what recourse did she have? What did she see when she looked at me? A future in which she was discarded, where the reward for her service and sacrifice was to groom her own replacement. What transpired was the Dark Lady's will. If time rolled back, I would do the same thing all over again without hesitation. Yet, I am not without sympathy.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you could just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
I learned much under these very skies.
It smells so good here!
To see them once more.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Forest trees draped in moss. A far cry from the rant. I swear. The three of us. Who would have thought that if those blueprints work, we might be able to fix Karlak, and she might be able to go home to Faerun. She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tanari assassins who slip into Avernus. Armonites that amass near the sticks. I'm not worried. Not when you both have my back. I swear you two could... I've seen him more than a few times. And he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all... And the likes of Gortash, Bane's chosen, primed the fist, with a few exceptions. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have... May they all take it to heart. Well... That's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that.
Aha! You see, Boo? I told Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend. Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover. Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though it is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no? In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell by dawn. Boo would not be late to the bloodshed. But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky? Aha, the lovebirds still nest together then? Though I am thinking yours does not sit on your shoulders, eh? Ah, there is much merriment to be made before the night. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, Boo. Though I see...
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Ah, it's just so goddamn beautiful here.
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. I'm glad the months have not been wasted. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh. What else? Helping. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans... Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. Two, though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing 8 ones. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much I'm for all your travels. I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means. Oh, I must inspect the...
Fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Where's your mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Ha! Oh, man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them, the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months. Then again, maybe we won't sleep at all. Come here, you goon. Me too, my love. See you soon. She's got a knight in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll toddle back off to hell quick as you please. Oh, hey. Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found. Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may remember my old friend Flo. Not sure she'll help us, but maybe. We might get to come home. Permanently. Maybe even sooner than we think.
No, boo. Minsk has not yet left the table, so this is still the first attempt.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
I didn't realize you were such a homebody, Tara.
I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
Cool, fresh air. By the living gods, I needed it.
Reunited with friends amidst nature.
I would kill for a glass of
What more could I wish
Ulava
for?
wine.
Ah, it smells so good here.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. Go on then. What should I play? Fine. It's your party after all.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
Here, boo. Store some in your cheeks. Better than Zentish prison fare, is it not?
Nice to return to
I
familiar
expect
environments.
there have
Good
been
song,
other
good
reunions
company,
to which I was
and
not
good wine
invited.
from the looks of it.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
Your associates
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate. Until such time, I am pleased to hear. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.